Hi guys. In our second word problem video, we will be stepping up our game a little bit and be writing two-step equations to solve these word problems. We're still going to get a total of 3 answers, right? We're going to define our variable, we're going to write an algebra equation, and then we'll write a final sentence answering the problem. Don't forget to pause the video so you have enough time to write down the question. This problem says, you are making a bulletin board to advertise community service opportunities in your town. You plan to use half a sheet of construction paper for each ad. You need 5 sheets of construction paper for a title banner. You have 18 sheets of construction paper. How many ads can you make? So just like on our word problems from the first video, we're going to start by reading the sentence so that we can figure out what variable we're using and what we're trying to solve for. So in this problem, we are trying to find out how many ads we can make. So that's what our variable needs to represent. Again, you can use the letter X every time if that's what you're most comfortable with. Or I'm going to use the letter A because ads starts with the letter A. And that will also help me remember what it stands for. Okay, so now this one's a little bit more complicated than the previous problems. So let's read through again. We'll circle some important information. The first sentence, not too important. In the next sentence, even though I don't see a number, there is a number in the second sentence, and that number is half. So here is a number. And then the other thing that I'm seeing in the second sentence is the word add, which is where we're going to put our variable. Okay, so half and add, and we'll figure out later how those are connected. I see some more numbers here, 5 and 18. So we've got lots more numbers in this problem than we did in the last video. All right, so when we're writing our equation, we're definitely going to have the letter A in there because that's the variable that we chose to use. So I'm going to put my letter A. And then if you remember in the first video, we said that, one side is going to have the letter with some numbers connected to it. We can use adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. And then after the equal sign, that's where we're going to put our total number. So we got to figure out which of these numbers is our total. And so if I have to choose between half and 5 and 18, I'm going to pick the 18. 18 is the total amount of construction paper that I have available to myself. So in total, I can use 18 sheets of paper. So the 18 is going to go there. All right, so the next things that I have this half and the word add. So I definitely want to have the half and add connected together somehow. And we talked in our last video about how this teeny tiny word of, it's only 2 letters, but that word of means multiply. So I'm going to multiply half times the word add. Now I used a fraction 1/2. If you would prefer to use a decimal point 5, that is also acceptable. Now there's one number we haven't used yet, and we want to use all of the numbers. So it says you need 5 sheets of construction paper for a title banner. Now that has nothing to do with the ads, but it does mean that I'm definitely going to be using 5 sheets of paper. So on the left-hand side, I will be making ads, and plus I will be making a banner. And for the banner, I definitely am using 5 sheets of paper. So for this equation, I have the amount of ads that I'm going to make. Half times A is how many sheets it will take. Plus, I need an extra 5 sheets to make my banner. And when I add my ads plus my banner, it should hopefully use up all 18 of the paper that I have available to me. So this is my equation that I'm going to use. Now I'm going to let you solve it on your own. When you're done solving it, come back to the video and check your answer. Remember, your final answer should be a sentence restating the question. The question was, how many ads can you make? And the answer is, you can make 26 ads. So hopefully when you solved this, you got 26. Let's do one more, almost exactly the same as this one, just to get a little more practice in. So in this example, we're going to use the same kind of information from the first example, but I'm going to change a couple of the numbers. So again, we read through the whole question. Suppose you use 1/4 of a sheet of paper for each ad. and 4 full sheets for the title banner. How many ads can you now make? So again, we're still looking for how many ads we can make. So I'm going to keep my letter A for my variable. And then I definitely want to make sure that I'm using the letter A in my equation. I don't want to accidentally switch to a different letter. We still have the 18 total papers available to us from example 1, so it's still going to equal 18. But we're going to change some of the other numbers. So now I'm going to use 1/4 of for each ad. So this time, instead of multiplying by 1/2, I'm going to multiply by 1/4. 1/4 is 1/4, 1/4 because there are 4 quarters in a dollar. Or you could use 0.25, right? A quarter is worth 25 cents, so 0.25 would also work. You can't use the whole number 25, 0.25 or 1/4. And then it also changed how many sheets I'm using for the banner. So now I'm using 4 instead of 5, so I'm going to add 4 instead of 5, okay? So again, of means multiplying, and then I needed an extra amount, but look, right, the 1/4 of a sheet was for the ads, so that's why the 1/4 was being multiplied with the A. The 4 is for the banner. So it's not even about the ads. So notice that it's just +4 afterwards. It's not 4A. I'm not making 4 ads. I'm making 4, or I'm using 4 to make just one banner. So I just add the number 4 one time for that one banner that I'm using. When you're done solving, you're going to come back and write a sentence. And the sentence answer for this problem is, you can make 56 ads. This concludes our last new video for this unit. Remember that we have a test next week. Make sure that you're catching up on your textbook homework and that you're catching up on your Delta Math so that you're prepared for next week's test.